Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm LJ if you're new to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face using only cream products, cream and liquid products. So I'm not going in with any type of powder. I'm not touching powder today pretty much. So I'm only using only liquid and cream products, creating this full face. So if you're interested in seeing this video, keep on watching. But if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and join the LJ family. Also hit the bell so you're always notified when you upload. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. Welcome to a YouTube.
Alright, so of course I'm going to start off by priming my face. So I'm using only cream products today. I don't know how this makeup look is going to turn out, but I really wanted to try this video out just because I feel like I have dry skin. I feel like my skin can contain the cream products without, you know, setting powder and stuff like that. So I'm going to start off by priming my face, and I'm using the Mercier Pure Canvas Perfecting Primer. So I want to make sure that my skin feels good. I don't want to hydrate it too much, so that's why I'm not using like a super hydrating primer. I still feel like this primer is a bit hydrating, but it's not like OD. You guys can probably already guess the foundation that I'm using. I love this foundation, especially right now, and I've been using this a lot in my videos, but this foundation is perfect for me for the winter time because I feel like it stays on really well. The shade match is good because I'm usually a little bit lighter during the winter, and then during the summer I get darker. So for foundation, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr foundation in the shade 440, and I'm just going to take about 1.5 pumps of this foundation, and I'm going to blend it out with a beauty sponge. So for concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Honey. So the reason why I'm using this concealer is because it's a full coverage concealer, but it usually doesn't feel like oily on my skin. It's like a matte concealer. I don't know if it's the formula is matte, but on my skin it usually feels very matte. But I'm going to place a little bit of concealer because I don't want to place too much and not be able to set it, because then it's going to start creasing. And because we're not using setting powder, I can't really physically prevent the creasing. So I'm just placing this on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and my chin. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with my beauty sponge, and I'm just lightly blending it out. I'm not like completely blend it out. I want to make sure the coverage is still there. This concealer is a full coverage concealer already, so you don't really need to go in with a lot. Alright, so that's it for the concealer. So I'm going to contour, and I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer in the shade 210 Neutral. You guys know I love this contour. I just feel like it feels a little bit weird not setting my skin. It will feel weird. I don't know how long the makeup is going to last, but I'm going to let you guys know. But I feel like sometimes, just the same way we use like all powdered products, I feel like all cream products can also work. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the beauty sponge. Then I'm going to use the concealer sponge to blend out any harsh lines. And I'm going to use the concealer sponge to kind of simmer the contour down a little bit, make it look blended. Alright, so this feels so weird, like me not setting my skin. I'm just like, can I just set it? So I'm gonna go ahead and set my skin with the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. The reason why I'm setting my skin with this mist is because I don't want my skin looking like too dewy. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Ebony. I really love this pomade. I've been using it for years now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera because I have an eyebrow tutorial and eyebrows take forever and it just takes up so much time, filming time, my battery dies. So I'm gonna pause the video, come back, and complete this makeup look. Alright, so my eyebrows are done, so I'm ready to move on to eyeshadows. So today I'm gonna be using cream eyeshadows. I know this is kind of weird because I have never used only cream eyeshadows, but today I'm gonna use the ColourPop cream shadows. This one is in the shade Flagstaff, and I'm also also going to use the one in the shade Prickly Poppy. So I'm going to start with the shade Prickly Poppy. This one is like a deep brown shade. And using the Morphe M453 brush, I'm going to start by applying this shade on my eyelid. And I'm placing this all over my eyelid. I'm going for a very simple, natural makeup look. Alright, so next I'm going to use the Cream Gel Liner by ColourPop Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Call Me. It's kind of sort of like a purple shade, but it's more so on the brown side. So I'm just going to use this to line my eyes. I'm drawing a very thick line just because I want the liner to really go well with the eyeshadow. And I'm also winging it out a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and smoke it out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and smoke this out with a smaller brush. Alright, so for my eyelids, I'm going to use the Hourglass Scattered Light Reflect eyeshadow. This one is also a cream eyeshadow. And using a flat brush, I'm just going to place this on my eyelid area to kind of give like that nice highlighted look. And I'm bringing this all the way above my crease area. It is actually harder to use cream eyeshadows than powdered eyeshadows. I feel like cream eyeshadows should actually be easier, but this is actually really hard to blend. And I feel like it's because I'm stacking cream eyeshadows on top of each other, because some cream eyeshadows dry really matte and really hard. And then I'm going to go back in with the eyeliner and just kind of make sure that it still shows, because I did kind of cover it up a little bit. And then I'm going to use a little bit of that eyeliner and line the bottom of my eyes to close it up. And then once I apply it, I'm just using a brush to smudge it out, make sure it looks really nicely blended. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. And I'm just placing a thin layer just so that the eyelash application is a bit easier. I find that using a very thick layer of this mascara can like make the eyelash application process like a little bit harder. It just doesn't allow the eyelash to stick like it should. So using a very small layer makes it better. So I'm going to place this on my bottom lashes as well. So I'm going to pop some lashes on. I'm using the Ardell lashes. These are in the style 250. Alright, so my lashes are on, so it's time to finish off the rest of my face. So I'm going to move on to bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzers. I really love these bronzers. So I'm going to start off with the shade Toffee Tease, which is like the darkest shade. And I'm going to use this as like a bronzer to exaggerate my contour. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this. So I'm focusing this bronzer right where I placed the contour, more so where my cheekbones are, and just trying to blend it out. I feel like these bronzers are best applied with the finger because I feel like they just kind of like warm up your skin more than when you apply it with like a brush or like a beauty blender. I wish it was a little bit more warm, but it just looks kind of like really deep chocolate, but it doesn't really give off any warmth. Like I don't see any warmth in it. It looks like a cool tone bronzer. All right, so I'm going to go back in with the concealer sponge and just kind of like get rid of the harsh lines, make everything nice, seamless, and blended. So I was going to go in with the shade Chocolate, but honestly, I feel like this shade Toffee Tease is kind of like, it's kind of doing it for me a little bit. It's not giving me enough warmth, but the shade Chocolate doesn't really give me warmth anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to blush, and for blush I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty blush. This one is in shade Lucky. I really love these blushes. They're amazing. They're like really pigmented, which I like really pigmented blushes. So I'm gonna place a little bit at the back of my hand, and using the foundation sponge, I'm just gonna dance this around on my hand, and I'm just gonna place this on my cheeks. So I'm just building up this blush. I'm not like going in with a lot at first, because with this blush sometimes like if you go in with a lot it makes it harder to blend, and so I just like building up the blush to like the coverage that I want. And I'm also bringing this around my T-zone area. All right, so for highlighter I'm gonna use their liquid highlighters. This shade is in the shade Transcend, and because we're already dewy we don't want to go in with too much highlighter, so I'm gonna place like 1-2 drops. That is it. I actually even think 2 drops is a lot, and just using my hand I'm gonna kind of like spread that around. These are so pigmented. I totally forgot how pigmented they were. So I like to bring liquid blushes all the way up around this area, so when you turn it gives you like that super glowy look, super natural. And then I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender and just kind of like blend it out. And this just kind of helps absorb the excess highlighter so that it's just not sitting on your skin. You guys see how these highlighters look so natural? It's like you can't really tell that it's there. It gives you that natural glow. I feel like I applied a little bit too much on this side though. All right, so next I'm gonna line my lips, and I'm using the Morphe lip liner in the shade Trendsetter. And then for lip gloss, I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place lip gloss in the shade Sis. Alright guys, so that is it. This is the final look. This is a full face using only cream products, like no powder. Right now I'm feeling very dewy. I feel like this makeup look is perfect for like the summertime. I definitely feel like this is a makeup look I can wear during the summer and it feel very comfortable. I'm not going out with this makeup just because I feel like it's not suitable for the winter. This is like a vibe, honestly. I was kind of scared with how the makeup was gonna turn out just because I wasn't gonna set anything, no powder, no setting powder or anything, but it looks like it's pretty good. My concealer is creasing just a little bit, so I definitely feel like setting powder is a necessity only for the concealer, but everything else it feels really comfortable on my skin. So I definitely feel like this makeup look is perfect for people who have dry skin because it feels comfortable on the face. I would definitely recommend just trying like a full face using only cream products, no powder, but it actually turned out really good. And I can't believe my eyeshadow is only cream, like no powdered eyeshadow. That's crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and join the LJ family. Also hit the bell so you're always notified when you upload. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. You better subscribe, got it on lock, yeah. Got it on lock, yeah. We need more likes, more views, yeah. You can leave a comment too. Welcome to our YouTube. Welcome to our YouTube.